what is the importance of being in a place of rest during the waiting season and not being anxious? One thing that Naomi said to Ruth was, sit still, my daughter. So what is the importance of that?
It's really important to be able to rest in the Lord. And I think sometimes whenever we're single and we want to be married, there's this feeling of, when am I going to meet him? You know, what is he going to look like? Am I going to like him? You know, because I think sometimes we want to get ahead of ourselves, because as humans, we're naturally trying to get things done, right? And so I've spent time in school and I know when I'm going to graduate, right? So it's like I see the light at the end of the tunnel, but when you're single, you don't always see the end of the tunnel yet, right? And so I found that when we rest in the Lord, we really began to cast that care onto him and say, Lord, you really know my future, and because of that, I can trust you. And so whenever I find myself getting anxious, because y'all, you would be surprised how many people come to me that I don't know, and they're like, why aren't you married? And I'm like, how you doing, you know? Are you gonna ever have children? I'm like, I hope so, you know? And this happens all the time, and I don't even know if people realize the kind of stress they put on single people to get married. You know, you go to Christmas and everybody's like, well, where's your husband, you know? And so you kind of feel, you will feel forgotten if you're not resting in the Lord. But one thing I found is that if I can really just put my mind on him and trust that he has my best interest at heart, then I can really lean into him and know that what he has for me, he's going to get me to that expected end.
Yes, that's good. That's really good. And I'm glad you pointed that out, because even like the family expectations, we talk about societal expectations. What about your mama?
Yeah, she's right there.
It reminds me of that movie, Waiting to Exhale. Anyone have seen the movie Waiting to Exhale? And who did Whitney Houston play? Savannah, I think, and her mom was pregnant to get with a man who was married, but she wanted her, but she was projecting her fear of being alone onto her daughter. So all of that was a movie. That was real life. You know, so family expectations. And did you have anything to add to that, Pastor Smith? Okay, all right. That's good. Thank you for bringing that out, Dr. Brittany.
Yes, my mom is very supportive.
Okay. Miss Angela's like, it ain't me now. You better clear that up.